There is something inside you that the world needs. You were not created by accident, and your life is not a mistake. Deep within you lies a reservoir of untapped potential waiting to be discovered. The problem is, most people never realize this. They live their lives based on the expectations of others, trapped in routines, afraid to dream beyond what seems possible. They settle for average when they were meant for greatness. But you are not like most people. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life that never reaches its full potential. Every person is born with unique gifts, talents, and abilities, but far too many never unlock them. They allow fear, doubt, and past failures to dictate their future. They believe the lie that greatness is reserved for a select few, those born with privilege, those with special opportunities. But history proves otherwise. Some of the most successful and impactful people in the world started with nothing. They had no wealth, no special connections, no advantages. What set them apart was not their circumstances, but their belief in their own potential. The truth is, your greatest limitation is not your background, your resources, or your environment. It is your mindset. If you believe you are meant for an average life, that is exactly what you will create. But if you believe you were born for greatness, you will start making decisions that align with that belief. Every breakthrough in history happened because someone refused to accept limitations. They believed in something greater and they pursued it with everything they had. The world is full of people who complain about their situation but never take action. They blame their circumstances, their past, or the people around them. But the ones who rise above do so because they take responsibility for their lives. They recognize that their potential is not determined by where they start, but by how far they are willing to go. You were born with everything you need to succeed. The question is, will you step into your potential, or will you let fear hold you back? The choice is yours. Today is the day to decide. Will you settle or will you rise? Every person on this planet was created with a purpose. No one is here by accident, and no life is meaningless. The problem is, most people go through life without ever discovering why they exist. They wake up, go to work, pay their bills, and repeat the cycle until life passes them by. They follow routines, chase survival, and settle for mediocrity, never realizing that they were meant for something greater. Without purpose, life becomes empty. Just motion without meaning, success without fulfillment, and work without passion. Purpose is the driving force behind every great achievement in history. The most successful individuals were not necessarily the smartest or the wealthiest. They were simply the most purpose-driven. They had a clear vision of what they were meant to do, and they committed themselves fully to it. When a person discovers their purpose, everything changes. They no longer waste time on meaningless distractions. They wake up each day with energy, direction, and a fire that cannot be extinguished. One of the biggest reasons people fail to reach their potential is because they chase things that were never meant for them. They pursue careers they do not love, follow paths that do not align with their gifts, and compare themselves to others instead of focusing on what they were designed to do. Purpose is not something you randomly stumble upon. It is already within you. It is found in the things you are naturally drawn to, the talents you possess, and the passions that refuse to fade away. When you live without purpose, life feels like a burden. You feel lost, restless, and unfulfilled, no matter how much success you achieve. But when you align your life with your purpose, every challenge becomes an opportunity and every setback becomes a lesson. Purpose gives meaning to struggle, direction to effort, and significance to success. It fuels perseverance because when you know why you are doing something, you will not quit when it gets hard. You were not created to simply exist. You were designed to make an impact. The question is not whether you have a purpose. The question is, will you take the time to discover it and have the courage to pursue it? The moment you do, your life will never be the same. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, and every perspective you adopt shapes the direction of your life. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not luck, intelligence, or talent, it is mindset. Your thoughts create your reality. If you believe you are limited, you will live a limited life. But if you believe you have unlimited potential, you will begin to act in ways that align with that belief. Most people do not realize that their greatest enemy is not external circumstances, it is their own thinking. They allow fear, doubt, and negativity to control them. They focus on what they lack instead of what they can create. They tell themselves they are not smart enough, not talented enough, not capable enough, and as a result, they never rise above mediocrity. The truth is, your life is a reflection of your thoughts. What you feed your mind determines what you will experience in reality. History is filled with examples of people who overcame impossible odds simply because they refused to accept defeat. They trained their minds to see opportunities where others saw obstacles. They focused on solutions instead of problems. They believed in themselves even when no one else did. The world does not reward the most talented, it rewards those who have the mindset of perseverance, growth, and relentless determination. A fixed mindset keeps you trapped in the same cycle, repeating the same mistakes and never growing beyond your current level. But a growth mindset allows you to see failure as a lesson, challenges as opportunities, and obstacles as stepping stones to success. The way you respond to setbacks determines how far you will go. Every great achiever has faced rejection, failure, and difficulty, but they refuse to let those things define them. They train their minds to see beyond temporary struggles and focused on the bigger vision ahead. If you want to change your life, you must first change your thinking. You must guard your mind from negativity. Choose thoughts that empower you and speak words that build you up. The person you will become in the future is being shaped by the thoughts you think today. Will you allow doubt and fear to hold you back, or will you develop the mindset that leads to greatness? The choice is yours. Comfort is one of the biggest obstacles to growth. It feels safe, predictable, and easy, but it is also where dreams go to die. Many people settle into a routine that feels familiar, avoiding challenges, risks, and the unknown because they fear discomfort. They convince themselves that staying where they are is the best option, but in reality, comfort is a trap that keeps them from reaching their full potential. Nothing great has ever been achieved inside a comfort zone. Every breakthrough, every success story, every innovation came from someone who was willing to step into uncertainty. Growth only happens when you push yourself beyond what feels easy. The moment you choose to remain comfortable, you stop learning, stop improving, and stop becoming better. Staying in the same place for too long leads to stagnation, and stagnation is the beginning of decline. The fear of failure is what keeps many people trapped in comfort. They don't want to take risks because they are afraid of making mistakes. But failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Failure is a teacher, a guide, a stepping stone to success. Every successful person has failed, sometimes multiple times, but they kept moving forward. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the willingness to embrace discomfort and use failure as fuel. Opportunities often disguise themselves as challenges. The things you are afraid of, the things that make you uncomfortable, are often the very things that will lead you to your greatest success. But you will never discover this truth if you remain where it's safe. Growth requires stretching, discomfort, and moments of uncertainty. You must be willing to take the first step, even when you can't see the whole path ahead. Comfort zones are built by fear, but they are destroyed by action. The more you push yourself, the more you realize what you are truly capable of. What once seemed impossible becomes second nature. The things that once scared you become stepping stones to something greater. If you want to unlock your full potential, you must make a decision. Will you let comfort keep you trapped in an average life? Or will you embrace the discomfort that leads to greatness? The choice is yours, but remember this: your destiny is waiting for you on the other side of fear. Success is not a single event or a one-time achievement. It is a result of consistent daily actions. Every great accomplishment in life is built on the foundation of discipline and habits. The difference between those who reach their full potential and those who remain stuck is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is the ability to stay committed to the right habits even when motivation fades. Most people wait for inspiration to take action. They start with excitement but quickly lose momentum when things become difficult or repetitive. This is why so many dreams remain unfulfilled, because people rely on feelings instead of discipline. The truth is, your future is hidden in your daily routine. What you do every day determines who you become. Small, seemingly insignificant actions, when repeated over time, shape the direction of your life. Look at any successful person and you will find that they have mastered discipline. They wake up early, they prioritize learning, they invest in their health, and they stay focused on their goals. They do not allow distractions to pull them away from their vision. Even on days when they don't feel like working, they push through because they understand that discipline, not motivation, is what leads to long-term success. Bad habits work the same way. Small negative choices repeated daily lead to failure. Procrastination, lack of focus, unhealthy routines, these do not seem dangerous at first, but over time, they create a life of regret. The person who skips one workout does not see an immediate impact, but skipping consistently leads to weakness. The person who wastes an hour on distractions each day may not notice a difference now, but over time, that lost time adds up to years of wasted potential. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. If you want to change your life, start by changing your daily habits. Choose small actions that align with your goals and commit to them every day. The road to greatness is not built on big moments, but on small, consistent steps. The question is, will you master your habits, or will your habits master you? The choice you make today will determine the life you live tomorrow. Life is not just about what you achieve for yourself. It is about the impact you leave behind. Too many people go through life focused only on personal success, chasing wealth, status, and temporary accomplishments without considering what will remain after they are gone. True greatness is not measured by how much you accumulate, but by how much you contribute. A life of true significance is one that continues to inspire, influence, and empower others long after you are no longer here. Every person has the opportunity to leave a legacy, but few take it seriously. Many get caught up in the distractions of daily life, never pausing to ask, what will I be remembered for? How will my life make a difference? The truth is, everything you do today is shaping the legacy you will leave behind. The way you treat people, the knowledge you share, the values you live by, all of these create a ripple effect that extends beyond your lifetime. The most influential people in history were not just successful, they were impactful. They did not just live for themselves, they lived for something greater. Their names are remembered not because they were the richest or most famous, but because they changed lives. They poured their wisdom, their strength, and their resources into others, ensuring that their influence would continue even after they were gone. The question is, will your life be remembered in the same way? A legacy is not built in a day. It is built in the small choices you make every day. It is built in the way you invest in others, in the lessons you pass down, in the courage you show when faced with adversity. It is built in the way you lead by example, the way you inspire those around you, and the way you choose to make the world a better place. At the end of your life, success alone will not matter. What will matter is the impact you made, the lives you touched, and the difference you created. You have the power to leave behind something greater than yourself. Greatness is a concept that often feels distant and unattainable, shrouded in the beliefs and expectations imposed by society. Many people perceive greatness as something exclusive, meant for a select few who possess extraordinary talents or circumstances. However, it's essential to understand that greatness is not solely defined by fame, wealth, or accolades. Rather, it resides within each individual, waiting to be realized. The essence of greatness lies in the potential that exists within every one of us, a unique combination of our dreams, aspirations, and the capacity to make a difference. To tap into this greatness, we must first acknowledge that it can take many forms. For some, greatness may manifest in professional achievements, while for others, it may be reflected in personal growth, relationships, or contributions to their community. It is not about comparing ourselves to others or striving to meet societal benchmarks. Instead, it is about recognizing our own unique journey and the value we bring to the world. This understanding empowers us to define our greatness on our own terms. The journey to greatness begins with self-awareness. We must take the time to reflect on our passions, strengths, and values. What ignites your enthusiasm? What causes stir your emotions? By identifying what truly matters to us, we can align our goals and actions with our authentic selves, paving the way toward greatness. This alignment fosters a sense of fulfillment and purpose, motivating us to overcome obstacles and pursue our aspirations. It is also crucial to recognize that the pursuit of greatness is not a linear path. It is often fraught with challenges, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. However, these experiences can serve as valuable lessons, teaching us resilience and perseverance. Greatness is not about avoiding failure, but about embracing it as an integral part of the journey. Each misstep provides an opportunity to learn and grow, ultimately shaping us into stronger, more capable individuals. By embracing our unique definition of greatness and committing to the journey, we unlock the door to our potential. It is time to challenge the limiting beliefs that hold us back and step into the greatness that is rightfully ours. As we embark on this journey, let us remember that greatness is not a distant dream. It is an attainable reality that begins with a single step forward. The power to achieve greatness lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. Identifying barriers is a critical step in the journey toward achieving greatness, as these obstacles often act as invisible chains that restrict our potential and keep us from pursuing our dreams. Many of us face internal and external barriers that hinder our progress. Internally, fear and self-doubt are among the most significant challenges. Fear of failure can paralyze us. This fear often stems from past experiences, negative feedback, or the pressure to conform to societal expectations. We may worry about what others think or fear the consequences of stepping outside our comfort zone. This internal dialogue can create a vicious cycle of hesitation and inaction. In addition to internal barriers, external factors can also play a role in holding us back. These may include negative influences from our environment, such as unsupportive friends or family members who doubt our capabilities. Societal norms and cultural expectations can further complicate our journey, as they often dictate what is considered acceptable or achievable. In many cases, these external barriers reinforce our internal fears, leading to a sense of helplessness and frustration. Recognizing that these obstacles exist is the first step toward overcoming them. However, it is essential to understand that these barriers are not insurmountable. By acknowledging their presence, we empower ourselves to confront and dismantle them. One effective approach to overcoming barriers is to practice self-reflection and mindfulness. By becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can begin to challenge negative beliefs and replace them with positive affirmations. This shift in mindset can help us build resilience and cultivate a more empowering internal dialogue. Another key strategy for overcoming barriers is to seek support from others. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, mentors, friends, or communities that uplift and inspire us can make a significant difference. These individuals can provide encouragement, share their own experiences, and offer guidance, helping us navigate our challenges and stay focused on our goals. The process of identifying and overcoming barriers is an ongoing journey that requires dedication and self-compassion. By actively confronting the fears and obstacles that stand in our way, we pave the path toward our greatness. Embracing this journey not only allows us to grow personally, but also empowers us to inspire others to break free from their own barriers, creating a ripple effect of positivity and achievement. The key lies in understanding that while barriers may exist, they do not define us or dictate our potential for greatness. The power of mindset is a transformative force that shapes our experiences, influences our decisions, and ultimately determines our success in achieving greatness. Our mindset refers to the underlying beliefs and attitudes we hold about ourselves and the world around us. It acts as a lens through which we interpret events, navigate challenges, and pursue our goals. A positive mindset characterized by optimism, resilience, and a growth-oriented perspective is essential for unlocking our potential and overcoming the barriers that stand in our way. A growth mindset in particular plays a crucial role in our journey toward greatness. Those with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. This belief fosters a love of learning and a willingness to embrace challenges, viewing them as opportunities for growth. When we adopt a growth mindset, we become more open to feedback, more willing to take risks, and more capable of bouncing back from setbacks. This resilience is vital in the pursuit of greatness, as it allows us to learn from our failures and use those lessons to propel us forward. Conversely, a fixed mindset characterized by the belief that our abilities are static and unchangeable can be detrimental to our progress. Individuals with a fixed mindset may shy away from challenges, fearing failure or criticism, and may be more likely to give up when faced with obstacles. This mindset can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, limiting our growth and preventing us from reaching our full potential. It is essential to recognize and challenge these limiting beliefs, as they can hold us back from pursuing our dreams. To cultivate a positive mindset, we must engage in intentional practices that reinforce our growth-oriented beliefs. One effective method is to practice gratitude, which can shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a more positive outlook on life, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, people who inspire and uplift us, can help reinforce a growth mindset and encourage us to strive for greatness. Visualization is another powerful tool that can enhance our mindset. By imagining ourselves succeeding and achieving our goals, we create a mental roadmap that guides our actions and reinforces our belief in our abilities. This practice not only boosts our confidence, but also helps us develop a clearer sense of direction in our journey. Embracing the power of mindset is a critical component of achieving greatness. By nurturing a growth-oriented perspective, we can break free from limiting beliefs, cultivate resilience, and unlock our true potential. This transformation not only benefits us individually, but also empowers those around us, inspiring them to adopt a similar mindset and pursue. Taking responsibility for our lives is a fundamental aspect of achieving greatness, as it empowers us to recognize that we are the architects of our own destinies. This concept revolves around the idea that we must own our choices, actions, and their consequences, rather than attributing our circumstances to external factors. Embracing personal responsibility means acknowledging that while we may not have control over every situation, we do have control over how we respond to those situations and the decisions we make moving forward. When we take responsibility for our lives, we shift our mindset from that of a victim to that of an empowered individual. This shift is crucial because it allows us to break free from the cycle of blame and excuses that can trap us in a state of stagnation. Instead of feeling helpless and powerless, we begin to see ourselves as active participants in shaping our future. This perspective fosters a sense of agency, encouraging us to take proactive steps toward our goals and aspirations. One of the key benefits of taking responsibility is that it encourages self-reflection and personal growth. When we accept responsibility for our actions, we become more aware of our strengths and weaknesses. This awareness enables us to identify areas where we need to improve and motivates us to take the necessary steps. By holding ourselves accountable, we create an environment that fosters learning and development, paving the way for continuous improvement on our journey toward greatness. Taking responsibility also enhances our relationships with others. When we own our actions and their consequences, we cultivate trust and respect in our interactions. This accountability fosters open communication and collaboration, allowing us to build stronger connections with those around us. As we demonstrate responsibility, we inspire others to do the same, creating a positive ripple effect that can transform our communities. It is important to recognize that taking responsibility does not mean bearing the weight of the world on our shoulders. It is about acknowledging our role in our experiences, while also understanding that it is okay to seek help and support from others. Accepting responsibility includes being willing to ask for assistance when needed, and recognizing that we are part of a larger network of relationships. Taking responsibility is a powerful catalyst for personal and collective growth. By embracing this mindset, we empower ourselves to pursue our dreams and aspirations with clarity and conviction. We recognize that we have the ability to shape our lives, overcome challenges, and achieve greatness. In doing so, we not only transform our own lives, but also inspire those around us to take ownership of their journeys, creating a culture of accountability and empowerment. Setting goals is a crucial step in the journey toward achieving greatness, as it provides us with direction and purpose. Goals act as a roadmap, guiding our actions and decisions as we navigate through life. When we set clear, actionable goals, we create a framework for success that allows us to focus our energy and resources on what truly matters. Without goals, we may find ourselves drifting aimlessly, lacking motivation and clarity in our pursuits. The process of setting goals begins with self-reflection and an understanding of our values and aspirations. It is essential to ask ourselves what we truly want to achieve and why those goals matter to us. This introspection helps us align our goals with our authentic selves, ensuring that we are not merely chasing societal expectations or external validation. When our goals resonate with our core values, we are more likely to remain committed to them and experience a deeper sense of fulfillment in the process. Once we have identified our goals, it is important to ensure that they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bounding, SMART. This framework helps us break down our aspirations into manageable steps, making it easier to track our progress and stay accountable. For example, rather than setting a vague goal like, I want to be successful, we might specify, I want to earn a promotion within the next year by completing 2 professional development courses and exceeding my performance targets. This clarity not only enhances our focus, but also boosts our confidence as we work toward our objectives. As we pursue our goals, it is essential to remain adaptable and open to change. Life is inherently unpredictable, and we may encounter unexpected challenges or opportunities along the way. Embracing flexibility allows us to adjust our goals as needed, ensuring that they remain relevant and attainable. It is important to remember that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Instead of viewing them as failures, we should see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Each obstacle we face can provide valuable insights that inform our future decisions and strengthen our resolve. Celebrating small milestones along the way is also vital for maintaining motivation and momentum. Recognizing our progress, no matter how minor, reinforces our commitment to our goals and reminds us of the strides we have made. This practice fosters a positive mindset and encourages us to keep pushing forward, even when faced with challenges. Setting and pursuing goals is a transformative process that empowers us to take control of our lives and strive for greatness. By establishing clear objectives and remaining committed to our journey, we unlock our potential and cultivate a sense of purpose that fuels our aspirations. As we achieve our goals, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of motivation and empowerment within our communities. The journey of growth is an essential aspect of achieving greatness, as it emphasizes that greatness is not a final destination, but a continuous process of learning, evolving, and self-discovery. This perspective encourages us to view our experiences, both successes and failures, as valuable opportunities for personal development. Embracing growth means understanding that our potential is not fixed. Instead, it can expand through effort, resilience, and a commitment to lifelong learning. One of the key elements of this journey is the willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. Growth often occurs when we challenge ourselves to embrace new experiences, tackle difficult situations, or pursue unfamiliar paths. While it can be uncomfortable to venture into the unknown, this discomfort is often a sign of progress. By confronting our fears and pushing our boundaries, we unlock new possibilities and uncover strengths we may not have known we possess. This process builds resilience as we learn to adapt and navigate challenges that come our way. Personal growth requires a mindset that values curiosity and a desire to learn. Instead of fearing failure, we can choose to view it as an opportunity for improvement. Each setback we encounter can teach us valuable lessons that inform our future actions and decisions. By adopting a growth mindset, we become more receptive to feedback and open to constructive criticism, allowing us to refine our skills and approaches continually. It is also essential to surround ourselves with individuals who inspire and challenge us on our journey of growth. Engaging with a supportive community, whether through friendships, mentorships, or professional networks, can provide motivation and encouragement. These relationships create an environment that fosters collaboration and shared learning, enabling us to draw from the experiences and insights of others as we pursue our aspirations. As we progress on our journey, it is crucial to practice self-compassion. Growth can be a slow and sometimes arduous process, and it is easy to become frustrated with ourselves if we do not see immediate results. By cultivating self-compassion, we can learn to treat ourselves with kindness and patience, recognizing that everyone faces setbacks and challenges. This compassionate approach allows us to stay committed to our growth journey, even when progress feels slow. The journey of growth is about embracing the process of becoming rather than solely focusing on the outcome. It reminds us that greatness is not defined by a singular achievement, but by the cumulative experiences, lessons, and transformations we undergo along the way. By committing to this journey, we empower ourselves to unlock our true potential and inspire those around us to embark on their own paths of growth and self-discovery. This collective journey fosters a culture of continuous improvement and resilience, paving the way for greatness in all aspects of life.